It's that opening little drum riff at the end of the big. Like, it's official now, yay! All right, kids, it's that planetary alignment. It's that stunning moment. Dana's here, Susan's here, Melanie's here, and John is here. Batman John is here. Guys, it's Monday. It's 8 o'clock. And if it's Monday at 8 o'clock, then it's Mighty Monkeys Nerd World News. And I am your host. My name is Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
Hey, Bucky. Oh, yeah. Hey, Christine Buckman, our new booking agent. We'll talk about that later. All right. Ashley's here. Vicky's here. It's great to see everybody. Hope all is well. Thank you, Ashley. I appreciate that. My mom made it, although she regrets it every time I say it. I don't know why. She should be proud of this damn thing. It's 19 feet long. I love it. All right. So, friends and...
It's not as tall as you.
19 feet is a lot taller than I am.
Oh, okay. Elizabeth Rice is here.
Elizabeth Rice is here. John Perringau is here. That is awesome.
Ashley's
sauce.
here. And Vicky is sitting at Walmart waiting for a cab.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm.
There's a song title in that somewhere. I'm at Walmart waiting for a cab. Yeah, that's a thing. Hey, Michael Koski is here.
Oh, we need to get him in.
We need to get him in? Hang on.
What's the 5th? The 12th. Are you available December 12th?
Michael Koski, let us know if you're available December 12th, because we might want to have a little chat with you face to face or screen to screen. Is this
right before his birthday? His birthday's in December.
That's true. It is. That is a thing. All right. See, Dana's even like, wow, I didn't know you were 19 feet tall. No, 6'5".
Hi, Dan.
That's it. Hi, Dan.
Are you coming home?
Dan's at the airport. He's coming home. Because Dan, I'm coming home.
He ran a half marathon yesterday.
He did.
And you know what? I tried to cheer him on yesterday.
Which is 13.1 miles longer than I would ever run.
I tried to cheer him on yesterday for that race joy, but no.
He's having LASIK that day, so he's not entirely sure. Michael will probably not be available on the 12th. Maybe the 19th?
Yeah, because we were just going to do a
retrospective. Mm-hmm. We can have Michael with us for our retrospective.
Well, he was here, so yeah.
He was on the Space Coast Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Dan, our beloved president, and my best friend of a long time now, is a marathon runner, which is amazing. I want to point out that if you ever see me running, I'm probably being chased by something, and please be ready to attack it when you see it. That's all I'm saying. It's just
if Chris and I are running, you should be scared.
It's like there's the best T-shirt
I might be
ever
running
saw.
for Milky Way. So
that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this great T-shirt. It said, "I am a bomb technician. If you see me running, try to keep up."
Okay, so you and I are here. Anne's on the feed. Dan's on the feed. Deanna's on the feed. We're missing Brian.
We're missing a Brian. Brian's probably at work.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. So let's jump into it, shall we, friends?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Yeah. I have to do this. And I have to do
I have
that.
to finish my Milky Way.
Why, oh, why would Lucasfilm be on our list of things to talk about? Well, as it just so happens, Deanna found out a really cool idea about this. So let's break it into it. Greg, the only place I'm running to is the bathroom. I'm too fat to run. All right, Lucasfilm info ×2 at upcoming international convention. Dig this, people. While details about the upcoming news hasn't been revealed yet, it sounds like the Mandalorian fans will be treated to some exciting info this week, as well as some new information on the 5th and final Indiana Jones movie.
Dun, 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 dun.
The long-awaited 3rd season of Star Wars The Mandalorian isn't too far away.
Yes.
It's been 2 years since the epic Season 2 finale, but Season 3 is finally expected to debut in February of 2023.
Early birthday present.
The trailer for the season was released in September, and like many projects these days, some content was already spoiled thanks to some new toys. If you're eager for more news about both of these series, you're in luck, because Lucasfilm is expected to reveal new information during the upcoming CCXP convention in Brazil. Did I ever tell you about the time that Dan and I and a bunch of our friends went to Disney in the late 90s? And we were there at the same time as a bunch of Brazilian high school students. And let me tell you, they were hilariously obnoxious in such a good way.
Well, I went over the summer.
Always dancing, always singing, always screaming at each other in mass groups. It was a lot of fun to watch.
I was gonna say I have already started to find the Hasbro Bounty series for the Mandalorian little Grogu things.
Harold.
I have series 1 through 4, all 6 of them for each one, so I have 24. I found one of them for series 5 at Target one day. I haven't been able to find any of the other ones, but I found one.
Okay.
So I think that might have been a spoiler. Spoilers.
Hey,
yes.
Peter, good to see you.
Ashley said that she runs for 2 reasons. 1, someone is chasing me in a stabby way, and 2, the ice cream man didn't see me.
There you go. And then that explains Vicky's comment about ice cream is important.
Absolutely.
That's great. We don't ask Target people for help. You know, my wingman for panels, Andy, works at Target. Man. He's a Target man. So you can actually, target the Target man and he'll answer your questions. All right. So we're going to jump away from that. So that's definitely coming up in Brazil. And that is, the panels will be taking place on Thursday, the 1st of December. So that's coming up this coming Thursday. So if we hear some cool news, we will have it for you next Monday. What do we do now? Comics. Hey,
what?
Guess what? It's comic time.
Dun, dun, dun,
dun, dun,
dun, dun, dun.
I even have a graphic for that. Check this out. Boom. And
yes. I'm gonna have to put my glasses.
You're gonna have to put your glasses on?
Yes, my glasses.
Oh, look at that big white spot on my wall. Holy crap, I gotta fix that. Yikes. Yeah. See where one of the pictures fell down and I have to repair the hole that it made?
Was that Karen?
Yeah, Karen Ashley fell over.
Karen Ashley jumped off the wall?
Yes. She was very upset with me.
Yes.
And now I think I'll put her up somewhere else in the office, and I'm going to put Heather Matarazzo up in that.
No, anyway. I do not have your Firefly comic here. You have to ask Anne for it.
Yes.
Because I think she was going back to the comic book shop somehow to get your Firefly comic then.
Right.
So, yeah. And what else did you want? Wanted something else from Comic Chicks last week.
World Peace and a peanut butter cup.
You already had one.
I had 2. They were.
You had
awesome.
Both of them. Okay. So, Exterminators number 3: Vampires, Violence, and Vengeance. Does it count as killing a man when the man in question is already undead? Does it count?
Yes, actually.
It does?
Yes. It's called Restoration of Balance.
Well, this problem was
either that or a really fun night at the nursing home. Keep reading.
This problem was one of the lovely ladies of Bombs and Blades are going to need to wrestle with as they brutally separate bloodsuckers' heads from their bodies. Just when you thought the night couldn't get more bonkers. You never know what's going to happen. So I see
couple of
Jubilee.
Jubilee's in the middle.
That's what I was like.
And that's X-23 right underneath her.
That's what I was like.
I don't know who the other 2 are, but I'm sure I'll find out
sometime. But I was like, ooh, I remember from the cartoon. Yeah. I'm like, what the heck was her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Artist Elite presents number 5. Artist Elite presents number 5 features the continuation of 3 stories. In part 3, on the trail of Morrigan, Brett Booth's lost serpent prince is ambushed by a group of cyber mercenaries and the Revenant Hounds. Then in part 2 of Ben Templesmith's Dark Skulls, there are big fights, big arguments, and big clues as to what's trying to end the world. Plus, in part 2 of Jordan Gunderson's Apotheosis Collapsing Worlds, Mira struggles to find answers about her near-death experience in Egypt and finally opens up about her tragic past. That's a really cool cover.
You always tell me you want cool covers.
I do want cool covers.
Right?
Melanie's like, yay, big fights. Yeah, big fights, big arguments, and big clues. Mercenaries, you say? Yep. Cyber mercenaries.
And then now we go to
John Carpenter's Tales of Science Fiction Interference Pattern number 5. You picked it because it looks spacey.
It does. And that's exactly right.
Because it says NASA. The title is actually longer than what I'm reading. The jig is up. The military police are on their way to arrest David for the murdered staff member. And all the alt Davids are completely unhinged. What, did they clone themselves like Multiplicity?
I have no idea, but it sounded really cool.
Okay. There's only one shot left to right this wrong, but it's risky. Can David pull it off? Well, if it's starring Michael Keaton and he keeps cloning himself, then there's definitely going to be a problem.
Right.
Well, because wasn't it that he started to clone a clone? Isn't that what
happen.
The problem started happening?
The first one was a clone of him. The second one was also a clone of him, but then the third one was a clone of one of the clones. And they even made it like, do you remember when you make a copy of a copy?
It fades.
Hi, Steve. I like pizza. I like it a lot.
Yep, they get stupid.
Which leads to one of my favorite quotes in the entire movie. She touched my puppy, Steve.
What did
my
you
work
do?
here is done.
What did you do? Why did you hit my son?
No, she's doing a John Wick reference now.
He killed the dog.
He
killed John Wick's dog and stole his car.
Oh.
I had a John Wick marathon this weekend. Yes. Tyler wanted to watch it, and so I watched.
All right. I want to track back real quick right now because
I make peanut butter cups.
All right. Ashley makes the important question: are there peanut butter cups for the whole class, Chris?
Yes, at Walmart.
Yes. Wow. Brain. Look at it. Brain. All right.
Well, that's okay. Yesterday, quick story.
Yes.
My mom was telling me that, like, with the Amazon deals or whatever that she was watching on TV, they have this little printer that you can print stuff off of pictures off of your phone.
Some of your Coke syrup.
Okay. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm like, but there is a kiosk at Walmart for that. She looked at me. She goes like this to my dad. And she goes, I understand it's really not biological, but she said the same fucking thing that you did. Like my dad said the same thing that morning. Same exact words. That there was a kiosk at Walmart for that.
It's time for time for that
Juno
part of the show. It's time for that part of the show, and she knows it. She knows it.
Yeah. So if people don't know, I'm adopted, so it's not biological parents, but I've been there for 50 years. Oh, hi, puppy. Oh, give her a head block. Puppy! Oh, no. Hi.
Juno says hi to everybody. Look.
Say hi. Look over here. Look at. Ooh, come here. Oh.
You made yourself presentable for kisses.
Yuck. Juno.
All right, down you get, baby girl. Good girl. Good girl.
So, but it was just hysterical. She goes, you drive like him. You act like him. You say the same fucking things like him. And this is why I don't like to play euchre with you guys.
I can't help you. All right, here we go. Hang on. Get off my scarf. All right, where am I? There we go.
You're getting ready to show some sexiness.
All right, this one's for all the girls in the party. Are you ready for this?
Hold on.
Boom.
Damn.
The man, the myth, the legend. Hugh Jackman as James Bond. Wolverine actor says he was offered the role. Hugh Jackman found himself as a household name when he brought Marvel's Wolverine to life in the first X-Men movie at the end of the millennium. The Australian actor would go on to play the part for over 2 decades and is set to reprise it once again in the Marvel Studios' upcoming new Deadpool movie with Ryan Reynolds. Following the runaway success of X-Men, however, Jackman found himself subject to a lot of offers in Hollywood, including the part that many action-oriented stars would kill for, Ian Fleming's James Bond 007. Speaking with IndieWire in a recent interview, Jackman opened up about the early part of his career and how it presented him with the problem of repeating himself. I didn't want to do the same things, he revealed. You know, the role of the action hero star. It was all various forms of the same guy in tough situations. I was like, no, this is a problem. Jackman then admitted that the team at EON Productions made a call about playing James Bond after Pierce Brosnan. I had a look at it. I was like, if I'm doing that and Wolverine, I'll have no time to do anything else. I clearly find it more interesting to play people who color outside the lines. Sadly for Hugh, he's perhaps too committed to playing Wolverine one last time again and seems to be out of contention for the role of James Bond, as producer Barbara Broccoli has noted in recent interviews. The hope is to get an actor in their 30s who is willing to have a long run portraying the legendary character that Daniel Craig's run has now ended with. He goes on to say, when you change the actor, you have to, Broccoli is quoted as saying, when you change the actor, you have to reimagine the direction the films are going to go in. When you hire an actor, you're hoping you're going to spend a decade at least with them and make 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 films with them. Let's see, where was that? So you have to think through, what is the trajectory? What is the actor going to bring? How are you going to move the series into another direction? It's not just flicking through and saying, oh, here's a guy who's 6'1", Broccoli continued, We're going to take our time. We want to get a sense of where we want to go with the series and what we want to do before bringing anybody else on. But yes, at one point you almost had Hugh Jackman, James Bond.
I don't know if I mean, granted, he's very sexy to look at in a tuxedo.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. He might have been able to do it then, well, but now that we've had Daniel Craig.
Well, yeah, and I mean, he blew the doors open because he brought such an interesting representation, a very gritty, very real, very depth, in-depth representation of the character.
Click Ashley's comment.
This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay. I want him to play Deadpool for half the next Deadpool movie and then make it really obvious before they change back to Ryan Reynolds and never say anything. That'd be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing.
Quote, the little not trailer, but the little clip that they did for the Deadpool movie. And they were talking, they're like, oh, Deadpool 4. They're like, we're going to tell you all about it. And then all of a sudden, like all this background noises, they're like going like this and whatever. So it didn't get anything out of it.
And now Elizabeth Rice has a great idea. They should make Deadpool 3 a musical. I would not be surprised if they don't.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
And, I'm a little disappointed that I don't have Apple TV.
I don't either. It's one of the streaming services I don't have.
Because you don't like Apple products.
I really don't.
Yeah. But Ryan Reynolds is starring in a movie called Spirited with Will Ferrell. I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan.
Not a Will Ferrell fan.
And how was it? I know you watched it yesterday. So
if you're still with us.
But yeah, I don't know.
Peter wants to have David Tennant play 007. No. I don't know if that would work.
No.
Christopher Eccleston in his prime probably would have been a good choice.
So now we have to figure out who.
You have to figure out who. You want to go ahead and brainstorm some possibles?
Spirited was amazing. So, so we watched.
Dana, I'm with you on that.
What was it? Friday night? Friday night, you humored me, and we watched the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
Yes, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. It was cute.
It was cute, and I was scouring throughout the whole thing looking for Michael Koski in it.
I think I saw a glimpse of him.
I thought I did
and
too.
And then a couple of days later he posted a picture of himself,
and
I was like, I got it right. I was right. So I was excited about that.
So go watch it, and you'll see our friend Michael Koski in that movie.
Yep.
It actually was adorable. You were not sure initially when
it was ridiculous at start, but then once it got rolling, then I was like, okay, this is it finished strong. It really did finish strong. But at the first I was like, it was everything I didn't like about comedies.
Yeah. So
and then suddenly it sank right into the right vibe, and I was like, then the rest of it was just a blast.
Anne goes, the holiday Guardians of the Galaxy was 100 times better than Spirited.
Very good. I like it. I like it a lot. It's good. All right. Do we have anything else? I think we're good.
We're going to have a guest next week.
We're going to have a guest next week. A young man who was with us at FC3
as a director.
He's working on a film project. So we will have more about that as we get closer. So we're going to talk about the schedule of how we're going to close out 2022. As we usually do, there will be a break towards the end, but we still have 3 episodes ahead of us. We're going to be back on Monday the 5th. We will be back on the 12th, and then we're going to be closing out the year with a retrospective and hopefully a visit with our buddy Michael Koski on the 19th.
But if you
can't, we'll find.
Deanna and I are already plotting to have him be one of the first guests of 2023.
Yes. So the 19th is going to be more of a retrospective, as many board members as possible, like we did last year. And by the way, just to remind people, this coming Friday, we are going to be back hanging out with our buddies at the Rochester Museum and Science Center. It is their After Dark special, the Yule Ball. Here,
get your tickets.
Friday the 2nd. Get your tickets on the Museum and Science Center website. We will be there. Look for it's a very Wizarding World kind of theme and vibe, but you can pretty much dress as any way you want.
Let's see. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there. Deanna's going to be there. Chrissy. James Irish, Jason, and then special guests of Melanie and Greg.
Yes. Yep. We're going to have music.
Melanie's already showed me her big poofy ball gown that she was going to wear.
I'm excited. That's going to be great. I may or may not, I will not confirm, have purchased pieces of a costume relating to a particular professor of potion making at Hogwarts.
Didn't he want to be the dark arts professor?
Obviously. So that's a thing.
Why is it always you three?
No, it's I made this comment to you the other day. I don't know if I've been like just averse to having costumes. I haven't really invested the time into them typically. But now all of a sudden I have a garb and costume closet in my house. It's growing. It's very strange for me. It's kind of fun, but strange. So
I'm sorry.
So yes, Nico, that's what I was thinking. My hair is better than his. I'm not wearing a snake wig.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna have your hair down like
No.
that.
But I will I spent a lot of money on these pieces, so I hope they come out really nice. That's all I have to say. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I have a nice black evening dress that
This
got.
Is weird. I'm not used to it. I've always had some sort of outfit for Ren Fair. And then for a long time, my son inherited my original outfit for Ren Fair. And I still have a couple of pieces left, although some pieces have had to get tossed because they were ruined or whatever. So I have new Ren Fair garb, right? Which I'm not entirely thrilled with, so I got to work on that in the off season. But now I have the steampunk coat, and I'm going to have Snape outfit, and I've got cloaks and other. It's like, when did this happen?
You're cosplaying.
I am not a cosplayer. I'm not saying
well,
that.
No, because you're not making anything.
Oh God, no! I would not be able to craft. These people who come to FC3 and craft stuff, I'm like, there's no way I could ever match that type of skill. But who knows?
But yes, you're starting to jump into that.
I am. And now
I love costume parties.
And now that Jules has moved, I'm an empty nester. My firstborn has moved out of the house. I now have an entire closet that I can load up with stuff. Yes, I said that out loud. It's terrible. All right, my friends, my family, my loves, I adore you. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. We will see you. Hopefully, we'll see you at the Yule Ball on Friday at the Rochester Museum and Science Center. And Steampunk Wizard Doctor Companion. There we go. And so that's that. We will hopefully see you on Friday at the Yule Ball.
Yes, because we're playing cheesy holiday games.
Cheesy holiday games on the 3rd floor by the dance floor. All right, so we will see you on the 5th. We will see you on the 12th, and then we will close out the year together on the 19th of December and wish you all a wonderful holiday season, and then we will see you in 2023 after that.
I draw the line at eggnog that night.
Oh, I can't do eggnog. My daughter loves eggnog. Her boyfriend loves eggnog. I let them have it. That's their thing. That's all theirs. So great, friends. You guys have a wonderful time. Have a great week. Have a safe week. We'll talk to you again next week. It is time for me to depart.